and I'll just play through the first part of the verse, and then I'll show you how I do that in slow. Which is the A open string and an E note on the D string, and then I use a couple of fill-in notes to connect up the two parts, so it goes. So it's fairly simple. Start off on A. I just use my index finger lying flat across all the strings, but I'm only playing up to the G string. And then I go. So that's a C and a C sharp on the A string. And then the second part is. So that's the open D string and an A on the G string, and then a F sharp up to an A note on the D string. Then the last part of the verse goes. So starting on A again, and then swap that note to play an E on the D string, and then walk that note up to F, and then up to a G on the D string, and they're just like you were tuning. So that's just the two notes. And then we go into the lead up to the chorus, the lead up to the See How They Run. That starts on a open D chord. So you're just using you're fairly much keeping the open D chord the whole time and using some bass notes like a walking bass line. So that's a D chord to start with, then a C note on the A string. Now I've kept the top half of that D chord on there, so normally it's like that, with your index finger on the G and your third finger on the B string and the second finger on the E string, I've taken that off. I've taken my second finger off the bottom, off the B string, and put it onto the C. So that starts the walk down on the bass. Then I take off my second finger off the C, and I take my index finger off the D and use that to play a B on the A string. So I leave basically just my third finger on the D note on the B string and everything else is off, and I play an A on the bass on the A string. You can actually play the E note on the D string there with that. You can keep most of the strings ringing how you like. It's just up to you to choose the strings that you like. So I play it differently every time. Play a G, still using our third finger on the D note on the B string, and then from the G note on the E string go down to a F note on the E string. So and then an E, open E chord, and then a D chord. So and then start again from descending C shape with slightly different fingering. So we go from the G, then the C, and that's using that, still have the third finger on the B string, and it's really the same as a C chord, a conventional open C chord, but I've got my finger on the D. And then we just descend down the bass. And then play a G chord, A minor, then simply a B note, and then a hammer on. So from the C, then G, A minor seventh, C, and hammer on that from an open D string to the E note, and then we do the whole thing again. And then when we get to the D we go, see how they run, and end up on an E. So I'll go through that whole thing again slowly.